Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 10 of Cantripped. That's crazy. We made it to 10. Double digits. We're a real podcast now.
Yay!
Right.
Woo.
Yippee!
Woo! Wow,
In the comments, hit us with a yippee!
Everybody tell us happy birthday. Cantripped is now 10 years old.
Yippee. We're almost
Almost
as
happy
many
birthday
episodes as
now.
Kite is
Wait.
old.
Wait, so does this mean that in podcast years are like one human day, one human episode?
Podcast.
Like,
Yeah.
wow.
How baby.
Cantripped is obviously 10 years old now. Congratulations.
Oh no, it's gonna be a teenager
And-
soon.
10 podcast years are how many months? How many months has it been?
Oh my God.
3, 4.
All right,
3 and a
10 podcast years are 3 human months. Have fun doing that math.
I love how intros and outros have just gotten gradually more unhinged as we get to episode 10.
Anyway, as per usual, my name is Jamie. My pronouns are they, them. I will be your host and DM today, and here is my party.
Hello, I'm Art. My pronouns are they, them, and I play Kieran, whose pronouns are he, they.
Beck, my pronouns are she, they, and I play Rowan, who I'm pretty sure I've accidentally changed her pronouns in this intro like 4 separate times over the course of episodes. So I'm gonna say it's she, her. I might have said differently. Let's stick with she, her. I'm so sorry.
My name is Kana. My pronouns are he, they, and I play Dad, whose pronouns are also he, they.
Hi, I'm Ven. I use he, they pronouns, and I'm playing Nephros, who uses he, him pronouns.
Every time I have to put Connor's pronouns somewhere for something or other, I just text him again. I'm like, narrows my eyes.
Yeah, I change it like every third thing because I'll slip up and say he, they, and then I'm like, wait, is it? Sure. For this, it can be.
Wait, is it?
I like that your pronouns are based on situation.
Yeah, it's very situational. I'm like, how comfortable do I feel being a he,
It's
they?
real.
In this, and my favorite thing is introducing when we're pitching bound things, and I was like, I'm gonna go with he, they for Virgil because that's my default for everything but my real life. And then I was like, we don't need to look into that any further.
Oh my god. Okay.
Like that one story on
fantastic.
Tumblr of the girl who procrastinated figuring out she was gay.
Yeah. Me, actually.
It's been a Tumblr heavy recording session.
Yeah.
Can you tell that we live on Tumblr? Can you tell? Anyway.
Art is sheltered. Art
Not
is sheltered
Art,
from the
but
madness.
everyone else.
Safe.
Art
safe
gets
and
the
cozy.
filtered cool version.
Yeah.
I'm the token who doesn't
Daniel,
live
cool it,
in
Daniel.
Tumblr, and I just know all the secrets by proxy. I will get on Tumblr, and I'm following the tags of Fable or Bound, and I will see the posts, just random, out of timeline. They were posted like a month ago. I'm late, and I'm like, huh, nice. I say nothing. I know nobody gets any hearts from me. I don't distinguish anything. All you will see from me is my one yee ha, and that's all you're getting. But know that I'm lurking and I see you. And if I don't see it, someone has sent it to me. I got bitches on the inside. It's these four.
So what I'm hearing is we need to yeehaw more often to get your attention.
Yes.
I'm just thinking a random Tumblr post. What was the Bound Tumblr post about Rune? Oh, every time I watch Bound, I have to fight between my love for birds and my hate for the British.
My hate for the British.
That was
I love
good.
that post.
That was good, yeah.
Oh, I was like, dang.
You just picked like the most country Wallace and Gromit-esque accent.
Wallace
It's the
and
most
Gromit.
British that I could be. I picked the most British variation from the store.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
The first time in law where you were like, ooh, lovely, and I almost lost it because I was just not
Lovely.
expecting that
Oh, that's
sound to come out
lovely.
of your mouth.
No,
I
just
was
know
so
that
posh
no
with
one
math.
knew that was happening. Sorry to segue, but just no one knew that was happening. Not even hey for the intro, man. I was like, I think I'll be British, and then I started going. I was like, oh hello, hi, it's so nice to meet you.
It was a jump
that's
scare.
lovely. Oh golly, and then hey, it was like, what the hell? And then Jamie coming in my comments saying British.
I was at work, I listened to 2 minutes of the stream, commented British, and then went back to work again. That was it.
Just can't wait to say more
Like-
British words. I'm gonna say tickety boo soon. No one's freaking ready for it. No one's ready for me to see.
I hope this
fucking
episode
knackered.
goes up in a post-tickety boo
Knackered.
day.
Wait,
Oh,
did you say
we are
freaking
living in
knackered?
a pre-tickety boo world. What's it like?
Alright, Art, on Saturday you have to say tickety boo so that this can be a post episode.
This episode's gonna
You're
go
so
up
right.
like in like weeks from now. You have time, but I need
Okay, that means
this
I can go through the
episode
list.
to go up in a
I can say Blimey, Cheers, Tickety Boo, Hunky Dory.
Sorry, hearing you say them in the American accent is so funny to me. Blimey.
Blimey.
See, I've said cheers
Blimey.
too often, and it's.
One of the things I noticed listening to TMA is that they use sure in so many different contexts. Is that an
but you
actual
guys go,
British
you're
thing?
fine. You guys,
That's
Americans
true.
go, you're fine.
That
Oh
is
yeah,
true.
cool. Okay, cool. You're fine.
Don't
Whereas
don't speak to me
we
like that
go-
ever again. Don't ever say that ever again.
You just have
Wow,
actual
is
anxiety.
my American accent that bad?
No, it's just
No,
scary.
it's good.
No, that's the thing.
good.
That's the American accent of anyone who's not neurodivergent. When you say that to someone who is, it is deeply traumatizing.
I can't
Yeah.
do a standard
Yeah.
American accent. Every time I do, it
Stop.
defaults into
Stop.
Southern,
Something.
and then
Stop.
You just go
it's-
Southern. You're not even
Yeah,
going
yeah,
American.
I
You're
do
going
Southern.
Southern.
I do Southern, and it's because
Stop.
the only times I've been to America has been in Texas.
In
and
Texas.
That's so
Oh,
real of you.
God.
And
That's so real of you.
That's all I got.
Continue. We should do the episode.
We should
Yeah.
do
We
the
should do
episode.
We're traveling.
We're traveling. Okay, first off, the first thing I need is everyone's passive perception, please.
Oh, fuck.
This is important.
The way that I
0.
just forgot to have
No,
my
what?
character's
No.
sheet up.
We
Oh,
rolling.
wait.
No,
No,
hold
your
on.
passive is just standard. It's
Uh,
just your
I have 12.
wisdom, I believe.
It's your
12.
wisdom. Hold on, it's wisdom. I think it's 10
It's
plus
on the
your
left
wisdom.
side.
Hold on, I know what
It's
this
10 plus your perception modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's
Anyone with
12.
So
a
if you-
perception
if you
zero.
sheet has it.
I knew
Anyone
it's
with a
supposed to be
D&D
10,
has
and I just didn't. I just
Yeah, it
didn't
should
put
be
it.
10.
Silly
If you
goose.
don't have any perception. If you have
Mhm.
perception, add that to 10.
Because you can add your proficiency.
If you're proficient, I don't know if you just
What
add
about?
Neth
Yeah, if you're
11.
proficient is what I meant, sorry.
That makes y'all think he has perception.
He's not looking. Nothing behind those eyes.
What did you say? I put Neff and Ven on this list, and I did not put Kieran.
Wow. Oh, damn.
Oh, he's
Alright,
got
Neff.
big eyes. He's got big eyes. He's looking.
Big
I
ol'
love it
eyes.
here.
Eyes are
Kieran's
so full of
looking.
knowledge.
Damn, Kieran.
Yeah, anyway, we're heading out. I've got everyone's passive perception, so hold on. Let me roll. Okay. So the first day of your trip is just through the city. You know, things you've been seeing. Probably walk past the tavern that Dan got arrested in, I'm not gonna lie. Because I think
Wait,
it's
do we
funny.
walk past the what did I name it? The Cloven Berry Tavern?
Is that what you... Sure, yeah. Yeah.
I think that's what I named it. If we go past it, can Dan duck inside and see if Jackson is watching?
Yes! I did not even consider this. Perfect. Yes, you can. I think it probably
yes.
is. Because I don't...
Are we gonna follow in?
can if you want.
If Rowan and Kieran follow in, then Neff will. But
Oh, Rowan will go in with him.
Yeah, just
okay,
go.
he's going in.
I think Jackson is... It's early in the morning still, right? Because you guys left right after breakfast at Nancy's.
Yep.
So it's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
dead in there, and he's just like fiddling around behind the bar or cleaning or whatever.
Dan just goes up to the bar and like nods at him.
I think he'll turn to you, and then his eyes will widen, and he'll just glance between like all four of you. And be
Rowan
like,
waves.
Kieran doesn't wave,
I-
but then sees Rowan waving and then also waves.
"We-
Neff's not paying attention.
You
His
only
eyes are somewhere
commentate.
else.
Jackson's like, I thought we had agreed to go our separate ways. Glad you're okay.
I just wanted to thank you. It seems like you did me a great service, and I really appreciate it. And I just want to say that if you ever needed help with anything, if you ask for Dan Thorne's, word will get to me, and I'll come help. And he leaves like 10 gold, maybe not, yeah, 10 gold on the counter.
Okay. He will just kind of quietly look at you and go, of course, of course.
When,
Glad-
Oh, sorry.
You're good, you're good.
Go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
Okay, when Dan says the line about, if you need anything, just ask for it, I'm gonna lean over to Kieran and go, that's a line in the song.
What song? Wait. Oh, the song.
It's a
Oh.
line in this. That's really good. I didn't think he actually
Oh.
did.
I
We
didn't know
should
he
wait.
would drop it just kind of casually. He's kind of like
Yes.
saying the title of the book in the book.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I love it here.
I like to imagine they're
Maybe
trying to be
we
quiet,
should-
but Dan can hear everything they're saying, and it's just like, ugh.
Neff's gonna look over at the other two, like with stage whispering, and he's gonna kind of like huff, and then just like look the other way. He's not paying attention, but he's like, "This is stupid. I don't want to be here right now." He's throwing a bit of a tantrum about it. But yes,
Dennis goes, I don't think I ever got your name.
And he's like, "Oh, it's Jackson, but don't take this the wrong way, but I don't know what exactly you're involved with, so don't use it anywhere." I don't.
That's
Last I saw
fair
you,
enough,
you got
but
arrested.
it was-
That's all I have to go off of here.
It was a misunderstanding. But he just goes, yeah, well, it was a pleasure to meet you, Jackson. And then they can leave. He doesn't have anything else to do.
Cool. Jackson
just like
looks
Jackson
so
more.
scared. But
Oh no.
Rowan waves as they leave.
Aaron
he'll
also
just kind
waved.
of awkwardly wave back.
All right, we're going.
Yeah. So you keep walking. Most of the city is slow or still waking up as you're getting through it, but the later in the day you get, more people will be out and about. Anybody, roll me a d8.
I got you. I got a 2.
Perfect. Okay.
Would anyone else like to roll better than me?
No, that's
Did we
not.
get
That's
the
not how it
two?
works. It's okay. It's an
Oh.
encounter
Okay.
list. You're good.
Okay.
You're just helping me pick. As you guys are traveling through the city, you get probably like halfway through the day of walking. The street is starting to get a little more busy. People are walking around. And up ahead of you on the street, you hear kind of shouting a little ways ahead. And then bolting down the street comes this figure kind of wrapped up in a cloak, as people so often are in this story, comes bolting down the street towards you. And you can hear guards close on their tail shouting, "Hey, come back here! Get back here!" as they chase them down the street.
Is there anywhere we can? I guess it doesn't, because I was about to say, like, is there any place we can hide Dan? But we took Dan with their full knowledge, so we didn't really break him out, did we?
can Neff trip them? Neff's gonna trip the guard, or like, how many guards are there? How
2.
many are we talking? Can I trip both of them?
Um,
Or can I make it? Do you think theoretically I could make it so that one trips the other if I trip the first one?
I
Or
fall over each other.
If they're behind each other, if Rowan sees Neff trip one, can she trip the other one?
yeah, I think you guys would probably.
Night,
Teamwork?
get in on
Teamwork?
this.
Okay,
wanna teamwork
everyone is
this?
working together, so you kind of see the
Yeah,
people
Yeah.
coming down the
and
street
also,
and just
like-
kind of nod to each other.
Yeah, Kieran starts having an aggressive coughing fit. Like, I'm a sickly, poor little guy. I'm a poor little boy. So once these guys fall, I am pitiful. I am. Are you sure you won't get any medicine?
Oh my god. Okay.
And I'm all bundled up,
Dan is like arm wrapped around, like supporting Kieran's weight, like
like near
slowly
collapsing.
shuffling through the street.
Okay, yeah. I will
Oh my
say
God.
if Rowan and Neff are doing the actual tripping, and the other two of you are like creating a disturbance for afterwards or whatever, what role would you even?
Would that be stealth?
Maybe like a group deception check?
We
Or
can
is
roll
this
a
in
couple of
hand?
things.
You can roll
Sleight of
several
hand.
things,
I
different
was
things, or
gonna
you can
say-
do a group
yeah.
deception.
I would say the two
Please
people
let
who are
me roll
doing the
stealth.
actual tripping roll sleight of hand
Okay.
with advantage because you are being helped. I feel like this fits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like between me and
baby.
Dan, we're helping each of them.
18.
Yes.
What's the advantage? +1.
Advantage is you can roll twice and take the higher number.
Oh.
You just add your usual
Well, I
modifier.
reckon it's gonna be an 18. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. 18. 18.
I got 19.
Okay, yeah, sick.
We tripped these fuckers so
This-
good.
This teamwork here, this seamless divide and conquer, trip both guards, and then immediately pull away into Kieran is sickly and everyone is comforting him and flawlessly cover up whatever you were doing. This person slips away down an alley. She doesn't really like stop to thank you or anything, but she
Yeah, she
takes
shouldn't. Get
advantage
the
of the
hell out.
opportunity and
Get
slips
out of
away.
dodge.
And the guards are like kind of picking themselves up, looking around in confusion and at each other, and are kind of both like, oh, she got away, damn it. And then they're continuing to walk down the
Like,
street,
we
I
had-
suppose.
we had all this party conflict before, but the second it comes to being anti-cop, we're all like on the same page. Seamless teamwork.
The one thing we all agree on.
A-cab.
1, all cops are bastards. 2, 2, I am gay.
So that's the encounter I have set up for the city. The rest of the time you travel through the city, getting towards the end of the day. You presumably stop to grab food on the way, blah, 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 blah. The end of the day, probably like 6-ish, starting to get towards bedtime. And you have reached the gates on the outside of the city. Now, everyone roll perception for me here.
22.
Oh my god, this is just like that
Well-
hit song by Tom Cardy.
Oh my god, did you roll a 1?
No, I'm just
Oh, okay.
making a perception check.
Oh,
I got a 6.
I got a 12.
You're a short motherfucker and nobody likes
Nobody
you.
likes you. Short. I got an 11.
Okay, I heard it 22, so that's good enough for me.
Kieran. Big
Go,
eyes.
Kieran. Go, Kieran.
Kieran.
Kieran with your big eyes.
So Kieran, you haven't ever left the city before, have you?
Maybe like on like trips, like every so often, like maybe like a
Every so
diplomatic
often.
thing,
But
really not often.
and if you were traveling diplomatically, you wouldn't be the one actually, like,
I'm in the back.
yeah, you're
mean-
in the back of whatever cart or thing. So normally when you would go through these gates, there would be kind of guards up on top of the like walls or in towers or nearby, kind of watching people go through. But the difference is this time there's actually a couple of guards standing kind of in the gates, and the gates are shut more so. And people in carts are having to stop and get out and talk to the guards before they are allowed through. And it seems like the guards are, if you stand back for a second to watch a couple of people go through, they are just kind of checking faces who go out. Just kind of looking at people who have hats or things on over their face, asking them to take them off quickly. I would say Kieran is the only one who notices that all of the guards seem to have some sort of, like, I can't think of another word other than wand, even though that sounds really cheesy. Some sort of wand that they are holding that they kind of gesture to each person who's going through with.
Shit.
Yeah, Kieran will stop everyone and be like, and then point it out, but also go, how about that?
Yeah.
Womp, womp, womp. Is this the only way to exit, probably?
I'll say, like, there are gates centered, like, throughout the walls, throughout the kingdom, but it would take, you could walk to a different one, but
It's
you
the
could
same
probably assume it's probably going to be the same in every exit.
Okay. Yeah, Kieran will stop and be like, I don't know what to do about that one.
What do the walls look like?
Big stone brick walls with kind of, like, pathways along the top and occasional towers that go up a little higher. Probably, like, 3 feet wide.
How many guards did you say were at the gate?
At this exit, there are 2 standing, like, in the actual gates, checking people who go out.
Are they both checking people, or is it like there's 2 rows and one, like they're each checking?
They're both checking. They're each checking individual people, kind of.
Damn it.
Are there
Um,
other guards like watching that, or is it
I
just
would
the 2?
say that there are guards up on top of the walls as well, but maybe like one that you could see that's also kind of chilling up there. It's not like the highest security, it's just more security than there would typically be.
I do have charm person,
Okay.
but I feel, is there?
Expound.
Do we want to like talk? Do we want to like talk about
It's
this
now
as a
the
party?
hold on. Okay, listen, I don't want to put an F forward every time someone has to flirt with something. But
I was gonna put Dan forward to flirt with someone, so
I have
pretty sea elf.
I do have charm person where I could just magically make someone last through. But the thing I'm
Charm
concerned
person. I'm looking at the spell card.
Would
yeah, you must attempt. You attempt to charm a humanoid you see within range. It has to make a Wisdom saving throw, and it does so with advantage if we're fighting it. I assume we're not going to fight it.
Yeah,
so,
no.
It's charmed by you until the spell ends, or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. Although, if it's a friendly acquaintance, that wouldn't
Still gonna
necessarily.
check.
Yeah, that wouldn't necessarily make him be like,
You-
oh yeah, go on through.
Okay, hold on.
You would
I've
still
got an
have
idea.
to like talk your way out of the situation, but it would make
Yeah.
it easier.
Can we sabotage the wand in some way, or sabotage? Yeah. Just
Do we even
sabotage
know
the
what this wand does?
I'm taking a
I'm assuming.
gander
I'm
guess.
I can
I'm
assume,
assuming it's
It's checking magic, I think.
yeah.
It could be.
But do we know that for certain? Would
I was
like
gonna
Kieran
say
saw it.
I
Would
will let
Kieran know
up
that?
to 2 people roll Arcana.
Mine's +3.
I'm gonna
Me +4.
Okay, fair.
me +4.
Are you
Die.
dying? Ben, are you
I
dying?
die trying to roll Arcana, everyone.
Something about me +4.
That like had the same energy as that me saw who Among Us video.
Me saw who?
Me saw who?
I think I'm not dying anymore. I have a +4 in Arcana. Please let me roll.
Go for it. No, go for it, King.
Be
Go
true.
for it.
17.
Yeah, it's just a device that allows them to cast detect magic over and over again on each person.
Okay.
Can we think of a way to sabotage it?
Cook.
Oh. If no. Okay, sorry. I'm thinking like a Baldur's Gate player. Don't look at me anymore. I'm out of ideas. Does anyone have a silence spell?
I was gonna say you're thinking like a Baldur's Gate player. Okay, if we stack these 11 crates.
And we climb up. We throw down
for
a
a
bottle of
second,
grease.
We'll be good.
Because I've been playing a shit ton of Shadowheart, for a second I thought I had Shadowheart's kit at play. So I was like, I'll just cast silence. No.
I like how you said silence too, like we're not level 1. And like that's a level 2 spell.
I was like, that's dumb. Why the fuck did I think that?
We can't even do that yet. We're
I
not
have-
that cool.
I have prestidigitation. I could flare up a distraction somewhere and we could run for it, but I don't know. I feel like if there are guards up on the wall as well, not all of them are gonna immediately run to distraction, and some will stay at the gate.
Can we just fight
like-
them?
We need at least 2. I don't know. That's a good idea.
Neff
we need
wants
at
to
least,
kill
like-
people, apparently.
Neff
need
wants to kill the
2
guards that are the problem.
We need at least 2 separate distractions. Either to separate the 2 guards at the gate individually, or the 2 guards at the gate and whoever's watching from the tower.
Hey,
is
let's
my
do get
thought.
help.
See,
That
I was
feels
thinking a
sibling-coded.
mixture of. I was thinking
Y'all
a
got this
mixture
as siblings.
of get help, and then I was like,
Awesome.
wait, someone needs to start making out in front of these guards. And I was like, no, we're not going to do that. Let's.
No. My 2 thoughts are Dan can go and try and flirt with the one with the wand and get at least one of them
They
distracted.
each have a wand. I will clarify.
Oh, they both have one?
Yeah,
Alright,
because
Dan
they're
can
both
distract at
checking
least one of them.
people. Yeah.
B, theoretically, like, Dan and Rowan could start a fake fight
Ooh.
and have to be broken up by the guards while Neff and Kieran sneak past.
Oh, okay. Wait. My question about that is, so just to be clear, because I worry about like how I'm picturing this in my head being different than what it actually is. So there's 2 guards at the gate. Are there guards like also on top of the wall, like per usual?
I would say that there is one probably in like the nearest
One.
tower who could see you.
Okay, in the nearest tower who could see us. Okay. Then I guess if we do well enough on our stealth rolls, then you guys can get through.
Okay.
And
Art, how stealthy are you?
I'm so stealthy.
Okay, well, Neff is also very stealthy, so that works
That's
really well,
positive.
actually.
I have +5 to performance. I would like to point that out.
I have. Oh, actually, I have a +3 to performance. That's not
Hell
too
yeah.
bad.
All right. Hey.
So the plan is Dan and Rowan fight, other 2 sneak through.
Yep.
I think so.
What are we fighting about? Let's figure this
It's a
out.
good question.
or
Do we
just
figure
off
this
of-
out in character, or is
Can
it
you make
just
it
us
family
for
drama?
It can't be too intense. Like you can't be fully throwing fists because they might arrest you. But you need to like.
Yep.
I'm not gonna backseat your fight. Have fun with your fight.
And I can't
No.
be.
Guys.
I worry if it's stealing. I'll be in character. I worry if it's stealing that they'll try to arrest one of us. Like if I yell out, "Oh, you stole my, I don't know, my
Yeah, it
knife or
can't be- it
something."
can't be-
Wait.
It can't be like a crime. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Consider he stole your girlfriend or something. Like it doesn't need to be that. Like it doesn't need to be a like actual thievery. It just needs to be something immoral enough to yell
That's a
about.
good point. That's a good point.
That's fine.
But
We
why
had
would this-
sex with
why
your
would-
sister.
We could do the other way around if you want. Do you want to make out with my sister? Is that what we could?
Rowan like smirks and goes, "Lucky sister."
Yes, Lucky sister, very funny. Can we get on with the plan so we can...
No, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to have Dan and Rowan roll either deception or performance, and Neff and Kieran roll stealth.
Oh, I was wrong. It's not +3. It's just
Shit!
a +2 here.
Oh, that's an
Uh-oh.
awful sound that you've made.
I rolled a 2.
Why would you do that?
With my +5 to performance, it's a 7. That's not much better.
Oh, you
See, I rolled
don't
a 7
care.
with a
Do we-
+2.
Oh no!
Which would be
This
to a
is
9.
a really bad performance. You guys better pull it with the stealth.
Just better do a real good job.
I've got, hold on, maths. I've got a 15 on stealth.
I've got a 14.
Okay.
Oh,
me
this
roll.
doesn't feel good.
Have fun.
This does not feel good.
Okay.
I have a
Okay.
backup plan, but I don't like it.
The backup
Well, you've
plan
already
is
rolled
fighting,
now.
isn't
You
it?
can't retcon this plan now that you've already rolled.
No.
Do
I
we
was
have
gonna
fate
say if this
points? Do we
plan
have
starts to go,
inspiration?
if this plan starts to go south, but I'll let Jamie describe things first, depending on how.
Okay, so from what I've
You
rolled,
wanna-
one of these guards is immediately like heading over to you guys to figure out what this fight is about. But before he does, they kind of communicate with each other, and one of them stays by the gate. But one of them comes over to check on you two. And he's just kind of, what's going on over here?
I told this bastard to stay away from my family, and I find out that she's engaged, and you came around here.
It's not my fault that she didn't tell me that she was engaged. That's entirely on her. And just because she chose me over whoever she's engaged to, I think that says more about your sister than it does about me.
Oh,
Getting dramatic.
the guard is so annoyed. He's just, all right. Apparently he's Southern now.
All right.
I
Yeehaw.
infected you.
Yeah,
I was
you
gonna say, I'm
did.
trying to stop Dan from becoming more southern.
He's like, all right, enough. What's going on?
No, he's trying to leave. He's trying to get out of here and leave the situation. I don't know. I'm actually falling apart. This role is perfect for what's happening right now.
Yeah, I was like, you're actually falling apart. This
What
is
are
perfect.
Neff
You
and
match.
Kieran doing while
Up
this
against
is
a
going
well,
wall, shuffling
We're
to the
sneaking.
side.
We're just sneaking along the side. We're just
Sneaky feet, sneaky toes.
calm and quiet, collected as can be, and we're just trying to sneak past while they're not
We're
looking.
obscured by darkness, hopefully.
Of course,
is-
in the middle of the day.
There
this
is still a
this
guard
doc-
standing at the gate, and he rolled high enough on his perception roll
Shit, we're
that
fighting.
you
We're
won't be
so
able
fighting.
to sneak past him through the gate without having to speak to him first. He doesn't look directly at you as you guys are approaching, but he's not walking away or fully encapsulated by the fight.
I just
No,
wanna
we,
stay
it
obscured.
is us two motherfuckers that are also wanted.
Yeah.
I'm fucking posters.
Neff wants to wait for him to like turn or just wait for him to do anything before he goes through. So I don't think Neff's gonna like get into his line of sight, but I think he's gonna stay like
Like waiting for him to engage first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question. So obviously, if there's one guard talking to the two of us, we can tell that there's another one still over there.
Blame that guard. Blame that guard on your problems. Get him involved. Say, "Hey, that f***er, just get him involved.
that's the one he's engaged to.
Bring him in. Bring him into it."
You know, I was gonna say, can I, would there be a way to cast prestidigitation without speaking? But
I don't think you have
I
to
don't
speak to
think-
cast presence.
It'll say on the spell if it's vocal or not.
it says vocal, it says verbal and somatic.
Ah, then you do
on
need
it,
to speak
so,
something.
Yeah,
But you
I
can
do
make
need
the
to say
words that you're
something.
saying to the people the words that you need for this.
Yeah.
You can say anything. You don't have to say,
What's
"Oh,
your
I'm
goal? Are you
casting
trying-
prestidigitation."
Is that what I wanted to do? Is since there's one over here being distracted by us, throw a Hail Mary and like prestidigitation, another like a shower of sparks or something, or because it's instantaneous, harmless sensory effect. So I could just do like loud bang over
Yeah.
by the other guy. You know, he's alone, and if he doesn't investigate it, what's
That I
Like-
mean,
Better than my other plan, which is what if Dan just tries to run through the gate and the guards chase after him and let the others.
I think Dan should just book it from
But
Rowan.
That's what I'm thinking.
But we
Then we
also
just gotta
have,
outrun them. Then Dan just has to outrun them.
But then Dan has 3 guards on his tail, and
Yeah.
Dan just has to outrun them. And we can help
Doesn't
him
break part
once
2.
we've gotten through the gate.
how do we help him once we've gotten through the gate?
We follow.
Shoot him in the ankle.
We guys,
Oh,
we
okay.
follow them. We start throwing stuff on the floor. We start getting
Alright.
in their way. We start knocking down trees.
Do we,
I like
something
that
on fire.
plan.
Alright.
If this plan doesn't work, that's a good plan too.
do we want to do that just right off the
If you
gate, or
guys
do we
want
want to
to.
try
my
prestidigitation
God.
first?
Whatever
I'll
you want to do, Mac. I'll leave it to you.
You know what? I'm here for the chaos,
Oh
even
my
though the
God.
chaos is probably a
Oh my
bad
God.
idea. Listen, Jamie, we're making this an interesting podcast.
Yeah.
You're right. So, what's the plan?
Dan's gonna share just look at Rowan and just nod slightly, and then he's gonna go, "This is ridiculous. I've had enough of this." And he's gonna shove Rowan out of the way, and then shove the guard out of the way, and just start speed walking towards the gate.
And I feel like she can figure out what he's doing. See,
I feel like, yeah.
He's trying to get away. He did this horrible. My sister was engaged to a very wealthy man. We were gonna have our whole family station was gonna rise, and now he's ruined it all. And he's trying to get away and not have to deal with the consequences.
Yapping this God's hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yapping.
So
Well, trying to
Rowan-
be like a go chase him
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
story is what she's trying to start here.
I think that the guard at the gate will try and physically stop you.
Do you want me to roll
I was
to
gonna say
push him out of the way?
I would say maybe a grapple attempt, a contested strength check, and while that's happening, it
But
gives Kieran and Neff a chance to roll another stealth check and get through the gate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could I
Please,
also
please.
help Dan by doing the prestidigitation now and making a loud noise that startles the guard?
I suppose.
Or does
yeah.
that not help?
I think you
Does
could.
that not
You
help?
could. You could
Maybe-
try and do a bang in at him to try and maybe he'll roll with disadvantage in the strength check.
Would that be helpful, or should I just let you do your thing?
But he's
Tom?
also. I feel like he also. If you
You
have to
can-
speak
that'd
to
be
do it, he's gonna
helpful.
know you did it, so it's gonna get you
Okay,
in trouble
true.
as well.
True.
So it's up
I'll
to
shut
you.
up. I'll shut up. Yep,
Okay.
you're right. Speaking. I always
Okay.
forget I have to speak with my spells.
Yeah,
Can't
that's so
just go
real.
zap.
You're good. So Dan rolls strength, Kieran Neff rolls stealth. I'm going. Oh,
That's a nat 20!
holy shit!
Kidding me?
Yes.
God.
This
22.
Oh my god!
Something
okay.
about grapple checks. Dan is apparently
Um,
amazing at wrestling, I guess.
Well, I mean,
Jesus.
he was in a fight pit.
That's true.
Did you say the stealth checks were 22 and 24, respectively?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Okay,
We
yeah.
are-
So
And
yeah,
this
so
guard
total-
rolled like
total
shit.
22.
I rolled a nat 20 at the exact same time as Connor, and I was like,
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit. Okay,
It's
guys.
it's the good timeline version of I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1.
The
This
good
is-
timeline version.
This
You did
is
it, boys.
the good karma for helping that thief. That's what this is.
So, yeah, this guard kind of goes for Dan, and Dan just effortlessly one hand shoves him, and the guard trips backwards almost dramatically, completely missing Neff and Kieran, who sneak around him through the gate. Yippee! And the other guard is also apparently, I don't know, has his head up his ass or something because he rolled so shit on his perception check.
He's so invested in the story of
so
Dan.
he's fully listening to Rowan. He's like, oh shit, really? Damn, that's insane. Not paying any attention to anything else. Yeah.
Rowan's delivering the first ever soap opera episode that this man has ever seen.
I think
thoroughly
after
intrigued.
getting pushed and after seeing the guard with Rowan will turn around and be like, oh crap, God, are you okay? And he will they're both gonna go after Dan and chase him. Is he just running away once he gets through the gate?
Maybe once he's through the gate, would it be easier for him to try and hide once he's through the gate, or to run away? What's the terrain look like on the other side of this gate?
I will say it's the outskirts of a big city, so you have more dense neighborhoods here, not quite as big buildings or as close together, but it would be roughly still cityscape right outside of these gates.
I think, yeah, maybe he's just running.
Okay.
With the intent to, like, run and then try and hide.
Sick. Rowan, what are you doing?
I mean, if the whole gang is on the way, I think I'm not gonna like chase after them. I want to go through the gate and try to meet with Neff and Kieran. So like, okay,
Okay.
parties
So-
together. Let's go get our idiot
through-
orc.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We just really want to get Dan
Yeah.
arrested. That's everyone's goal.
Apparently, yeah.
So yeah, I think the guard who Dan pushed will like chase after him. The other guard will kind of like stick with you, Rowan, and do his normal thing of like, by the way, you seem chill. Go through, let me real quick, and like cast detect magic on you, and you're fine.
Yep.
And then you can head on through.
Yeah, and she'll go. I hope you catch him. He's horrible.
And he'll be like,
I-
okay.
I rolled a performance 7. Look, man, she's having an off day.
He's like, okay, yeah, we'll see, I guess.
And
yeah.
she'll go through. Where's Kieran and Neff? Do I see them?
I don't think we've gotten that far.
Oh yeah, I assume you just kind
Like-
of get inside and then duck into the nearest like corner spot you can find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neff in corner.
They stealthily duck through and then just see Dan full sprinting out the gate, chased by guns.
Roll me an athletics check.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh, no. What's athletics?
Yep, it's
Does,
strength.
does an 8 do anything?
Is this the worst guard that has ever guarded?
yes, this is the worst guard. You rolled a nat 1, so yeah, you're fine. I
thank God.
guess. You'll
Okay,
lose him
good.
pretty
I was
quick
like,
in the city.
I was like, the 6 plus 2 for my strength. I was terrified. Okay,
you're fine. Aw.
all right.
It's the guard's first day. They put him out on gate duty to like ease him
On the
into
easy
it.
duty with like another god
Yeah.
and like
He just got back from guard school. He just graduated from guard school, and this is what he has to deal with.
yeah.
We're through.
Okay, you're through. Perfect.
then probably just like waits a bit up ahead for the others to appear.
Yeah, I think Rowan saw like which direction he went,
Yeah.
and at one point, can we say, just because I think this would be funny, like the guard is heading back to the station and he looks so defeated.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
like-
no!
Okay, so
This
he's
is
back
the
somewhere
worst
this way.
day ever.
Like Dan.
What's his name, Jamie? What's the worst
Oh.
god's name?
I don't know.
Give him lore.
Eric. I don't know.
Eric. Oh, Eric.
Eric takes a couple, or Dan takes a couple quick corners to like get away, and Eric like will like take one of them and then look around and realize he's completely lost him, and just be like,
Oh.
and then walk back towards the other guard, just his head held down. As you guys are
Aw.
walking past him, he doesn't even notice you. He's just heading back.
I think
Oh,
too,
Eric.
I think too that tells her that she's in the clear to start going like Dan, like
Yeah.
calling for him as well. So like he knows we're in the clear. Let's go
Perfect.
to find him better.
What's back out here?
He'll slip out from behind a corner. Did that work? Everybody's through?
Fantastic.
Everybody's through.
Mm.
Not
That was
my best.
incredibly
Good.
reckless,
I
but
didn't
it
particularly
worked.
want to keep risking encounters with the law after this. I think I'm
Oh
I
well,
think I'm
don't you worry.
Surprisingly
No,
smart decision.
Why
Not
did
much
you
of
sound
that
so
outside the
disappointed,
kingdoms.
Rowan?
I normally do better than that performance-wise. I'm having an
Aw,
off day.
she's just butthurt.
You did just fine.
I think you did great. The story was very compelling.
Real? No, I mean, I hope you catch him. I don't know
It
what I was
doesn't
thinking.
matter, we're through now.
Yeah, man.
Okay, and that kind of marks the end of your first day in travel. You've made it out of the city. Probably find a good inn to spend a night at. I assume like 2 rooms with 2 beds each.
Sure.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Let's hope they have 2 rooms with 2 beds each free.
Always.
Hey, shut up.
Oh no, there's
There
also
was only one bed.
Wow.
there's
Oh,
only
thank
one
you.
like there's only one bed, but it's all 4 of them trying to cram into the
Actually, there's only one bed, and let's be honest, Kieran's on the bed. Everyone else is kind of weirdly fallen off the bed or hanging off of it, or
Neff
just
is
You're
on
in
the
a
chair
comfort.
somewhere.
starfish
Neff gave
in the
up.
middle
Yeah.
of the bed.
Kieran is starfished. Everyone
Where's
else
that?
is like vaguely.
You know the Sleepy Time episode of Bluey where it ends with like the dad and Bluey on the floor. And the mom's
Yeah,
just,
it's
like,
that
completely
energy.
starfish.
Oh, I love it here.
Uh,
Yeah, cool.
if we're pausing at the inn for the night,
Mhm.
I feel like Dan might try and pull Kieran aside really quickly.
Yee.
Okay.
Okay. And just like in a hallway, he kind of fishes around in his pocket and he goes, I know it's not as fancy as a shiny little gold coin, but I wanted you to have this as a token of my thanks, I suppose. And he pulls out the little braided leather bracelet that he's been working on and just sort of holds it out to Kieran. As I owe you a lot. I owe you a lot for helping get me out and anything you need in trying to find Aurelius. I'm here to help.
Kieran like takes it and puts it on. Like, oh, thank you. You didn't have to give me anything, but I appreciate it.
No.
That's all. This is what
Like
I do.
puts
He
it on
won't
his
give me-
wrist. Got a little trinket now.
Horrible.
Then just nods.
Holds.
I like how
Kieran's
all of our
collecting little
episodes,
trinkets.
all of our episodes are ending with like just let's all comfort Kieran.
Let's give Kieran like a little thing, and let's let him
Yeah.
hold it in his little hands. That's his tweet.
He
Is
likes
this the
trinkets.
end of the episode? or
Let
are
him
we-
have trinkets, and it's not
we're
for any
at an hour,
abnormal
but we also
reason.
have lots of tangent in there, so
Yeah,
we
that's
can
almost-
start
Yeah.
the next day. Probably not finish it, but we can get a little bit
Let's
going.
go. Let's go for it.
Yeah, sure.
You spend the night at this inn and wake up the next morning. You're in kind of a little like neighborhood area, not as densely populated as the city was, spread out a little bit more chill, kind of village type beat. And you wake up, have like breakfast at the inn. Not the same as Nancy's, but you know, it is what it is.
It'll do.
It'll do.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that you notice when you get out onto the street, probably sleep in a little bit more than you have been at Nancy's because you don't have Nancy cooking to wake you up quite as early. But the first thing that kind of happens when you get out onto the streets is there is someone advertising for the like local theater out in the streets. So he's kind of wearing a costume from one of the shows and passing out pamphlets. And he's like, "There's a show in just a bit at the theater. Come see our players perform. You know, we're gonna be moving on soon. One of our last shows in this village." And he like comes by and hands you guys a flyer for the show. And then carries on.
Can I look at it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of a typical. It's got kind of like a Greek vibe to it in the fact that like I don't have a title for it. I'm not gonna lie.
The Lord of the
Patrick
Rings.
Generator.
I'll say it's called
It's
like
this-
A Certain Fate or something like that.
Okay.
And it's got kind of like one guy in the center of this poster holding a sword and a shield on it, kind of a hero center of the poster, and various like monsters and other people in the background around him. But it's got kind of a Greek hero vibe to it, based on what the flyer is, which is not super in detail on the plot, but and it is in like an hour or so, kind of a what's the word I'm looking for, matinee in the town.
Would I recognize the players group? The group?
Roll history to
Alright.
decide.
Do I know these people?
Yeah.
That's an 8, so probably not.
Nah. I'll say maybe you've heard of the company before, but you wouldn't
Okay.
like know any of the players or anything like that.
Mm.
But yeah, you guys
We
can.
should go.
Neff's gonna kind of look at the pamphlet and go, "Ooh, I've never seen a play before."
We should go.
You've never
I
seen.
mean,
You've never
we
seen a
here?
play before.
Yes, that's what I just said.
Oh my god,
I've seen
we're
them
going.
from behind under. There's like a little spot you can sit in underneath, kind of the under where the and like Kieran thinks for a minute. I think it's technically where the tech people are, up high. I see them from up there, but I've never sat in the seats.
Rowan puts 2 hands on Kieran's shoulders. Kieran,
Yes.
you have been deprived. And
Oh.
she looks over at Neff, and you have been deprived. And if everyone's cool with this, we're fixing that today.
I'd like to go, yeah.
I mean, A Certain Fate, it's not a fantastic story, but by God's sake, if neither of you have ever seen a play, we gotta fix that immediately.
Well, if Kieran says it's fine, I suppose we're moving on their orders. If they think we have the time, then I suppose we have the time. I wouldn't be against it.
Do one show, maybe.
Yes,
One
she
play.
looks over at Dan and like kind of holds up the flyer and like shakes it a little bit. Like, what do you say?
You want this? You want stuff?
I suppose I haven't seen this company perform A Certain Fate, but if everyone's in agreement to go see it, we can.
Oh, we're going. We're so going.
All right, so yeah, after a little bit, hang around a little bit, probably explore the town, just see what's going on, and then head over to the theater. Tickets are dirt cheap. It's not one of the fancy theaters from the middle of the town, just kind of a smaller one.
Hell yeah,
So-
Village Theaters.
So you get pretty good seats and head on in. Yeah, this play is, the story goes, it is sort of a tragedy written about a hero who was born into a prophecy stating that he would do lots of fantastic and good things with his life and he would be very strong, he would help many people, but eventually he would die before he could take down this big villain who has been plaguing his people and his kingdom for a while. He would do many good things, stop many evils, but he would not be able to take down this great evil.
I love the
So-
cameo from your cat in the background.
Oh, could you hear her?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So this hero is prophesied to eventually die before taking down this great evil. So he grew and trained and kind of had this belief growing up that sure, he would do a lot of good and he would do as much good as he can in his life. So he trained, took down lots of things, became sort of a hero among his town and his people, and fed by their cries for justice against this cruel king that was ruling over the kingdom, and by their appreciation of his smaller victories, he sort of climbed the ladder quickly, took on greater and greater evils, and ended up finding himself at the gates of the castle before he was even fully mature, fully an adult. And sure enough, he was struck down by the king without a second thought the second he tried to face him. And he knew what was foretold for his end. The moral of the story that the players try to pound in is that had he not rushed to prove the prophecy wrong and let his victories kind of fuel him to believe he could take on this big evil so young, he would have had so many more years to do good by his people before meeting this end that he met so soon. And it's a really good story. They do a great job portraying this. The lead actor is phenomenal, and it's very tragic when it ends, and they all come out for their little bow.
Yeah.
Dan
You
sitting there and
tragedied
going,
us. You Greek
Dan-
tragedied us.
That was
Aaron
the
Dan
cries.
comes out of this play just like
Aaron is sad.
so like awkward and like curled in on himself and having not particularly enjoyed the story.
Rowan's kind of like talking like partially to Neff and partially to the others and partially to herself. You know, like when you get in that mode where you're like talking about a show that you like or dislike, and
Yeah,
you're
so-
sort of talking to other people, but you're more
saying things
just
'cause you wanna
voicing
say
your
'em because
thoughts.
yeah.
She's like, see, that's why I'm not a fan of that one because I know why tragedies are important and lessons are important, things like that. But I just prefer the happier endings. It's not. It's just he did all that for nothing, and then you just leave feeling unfulfilled. And I get that's the point, and it puts across that point very well. But I don't know. I would have liked to see the villain get some sort of comeuppance. You know, it's a story. You got.
Well, perhaps next time we can go see something that isn't a tragedy. I mean, this was just what was on at the time. Maybe if we ever do have the time as a group, we could go and see something with a good ending.
You definitely should, because if you've never seen a play before, I don't want that to be your only frame of reference. That actor was phenomenal, but there are some really great stories with happier endings too that are much
Yes, he
more
was very good.
fun to watch.
Very skilled. Quite enjoyable. I don't know if it's
Slay.
used again.
Yeah, it
But-
was great.
Oh, Dan.
You okay?
Yeah, it's good. Just yeah, like you said, I prefer the happier endings, I think. He's totally
Well, hey.
sitting there thinking, man, I sure was a dumb little idiot who let my reputation get to my head and ran into someone and then got my ass kicked.
Well,
Ooh.
well, if it makes you feel any better, I think the story that we're writing right now is probably going to have a happier ending than that.
Thank you for listening to episode 10 of Cantripped. Tune back in a couple weeks for episode 11. We are getting closer to the end of this road trip. I'm very excited for where we're heading.
The road. We're on the road. Road trip. Someone start playing the NSP song. Actually, don't. It's very not safe for work.
If you're listening on YouTube, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below. We always check on those, and we love to hear your feedback. Just realized I misspelled comment on my notes here. There's only
How did
one
you
N
spell
in
it?
that word.
Would you like a comment?
Comment.
Quick! If you've seen the video up until this point, I need you to comment, but spell it wrong. How can you spell it wrong? How many different ways can you do it?
Well, yeah, come on.
Put it in the
it's
comment below.
It's a six-letter word. You can do it.
I want to see how badly
Unique
everyone can
ways.
spell comment.
How many unique ways can you misspell comment and still have it readable as comment?
Oh God. Oh no. That's bad.
Comment.
Anyway, if you're listening on Spotify, review, follow the podcast, whatever you want to do. Tell your friends if you enjoyed the show. Scream at us on Tumblr. Not art though.
No, you'll tell me. They'll tell me.
Scream
Don't worry
at
about
us.
You
it.
scream loud enough.
If you
If you
scream,
Scream at us so we can
if
scream
you
with art.
scream funny enough, we'll show art. So that's the
Exactly.
real challenge.
If I find out about it, then you know you've made it. Then you know it was good.
If Arts discovered your Tumblr post, that means it passed through the filter.
Right? That means you've made it, King. That is the best case scenario.
Congratulations, you are in fact a funny Tumblr user. And Art has heard of you. If you ever wonder if you are actually funny, take the art test.
Fantastic. All right. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.